U.S. shocked. KF-21 cancelled. Philippines buys 27 of Moderna's most brutal fighter jets. South Korea's homegrown fighter jet KF-21 is competing against U.S. defense firm Lockheed Martin Corporation's F-16 for the Philippine government's multi-role fighter, MRF, aircraft procurement project, with an estimated budget of up to 400 billion pesos, $6.95 billion. According to industry sources on Friday, the KF-21, developed by Korea Aerospace Industries Limited, KAI, and the Lockheed Martin F-16 have been shortlisted in the Philippine Air Force's MRF project. The Philippine Air Force launched the MRF project in August to address China's growing threat in the South China Sea. The project aims to procure about 40 multi-role fighter jets with an estimated budget of 400 billion pesos. Of this, 61.2 billion pesos, or $1.1 billion, is allocated to purchase 10 combat planes. According to Global Defense Corporation, a military media outlet, the Philippines initially considered several aircraft, including Korea's KF-21, Lockheed Martin's F-16, Sweden's Saab Gripen, France's Rafale and Europe's Eurofighter Typhoon, for the project. But Lockheed Martin's F-16 and KAI's KF-21 have been shortlisted, setting the stage for a two-way competition. Sources said the Philippine government has asked KAI Korea's only military aircraft manufacturer, to submit detailed information about the KF-21. If KAI wins the Philippine deal for the 10 aircraft, it would mark Korea's first export of the KF-21. KF-21. Cheaper but technically more advanced. The sticker price of a KF-21 fighter jet is estimated at 98 billion won, $71.5 million. That's some 50 billion won, or $36.5 million, cheaper than the Eurofighter Typhoon or the French Rafale. The KF-21 combat plane, dubbed a 4.5 generation jet because of its partial stealth function, boasts a maximum payload of 7,700 kilograms and 10 pods for air-to-air missiles and other weapons. It can reach a speed of 2,200 kilometers per hour with a flying range of 2,900 kilometers. Powered by GE Aerospace's F414 engine, the KF-21 is also equipped with advanced electronic warfare systems such as AESA radar. Lockheed Martin's F-16 is estimated to cost $43 million per unit. First deployed in 1978, the U.S. fighter jet has since sold over 4,500 units to 25 countries, making it one of the world's best-selling fighter jets. The F-16, however, is classified as a fourth-generation fighter jet, lacking stealth capabilities and advanced electronic warfare systems. It is equipped with an F-100 or F-110 engine. Variables. The Philippine Air Force is reportedly interested in eventually acquiring Lockheed Martin's F-35, considered the best-performing fighter jet in deployment. Industry officials said the Southeast Asian country may want to secure the F-16 first, then transition to the F-35. However, the U.S. government strictly controls the sale of the F-35, deemed a key U.S. strategic asset. Countries like the United Arab Emirates and Turkey have tried to acquire it but were denied. Korea's fighter jet export records. Sources said KAI is appealing to the Philippine government by highlighting the successful exports of its FA-50 light fighter jets. KAI exported 12 FA-50s to the Philippines in 2014 and has since been providing logistical and military support, including maintenance, repair and overhaul (MRO) services. KAI has also sold KF-50 light fighter jets to Poland, Malaysia, and other countries. KAI will offer similar services, including a system and weapons upgrade, for the KF-21 if the Philippines decides to buy it, said an industry official. The KF-21 is currently only capable of air-to-air combat and does not yet have air-to-ground capabilities. KAI plans to develop air-to-ground combat capabilities and begin mass production of upgraded versions by 2028. Nicknamed Boromei, the KF-21 is a joint project between Korea and Indonesia to develop a next-generation supersonic fighter plane using Korean homegrown technology for key components. KAI unveiled a prototype of the KF-21 fighter jet in April 2021. According to the Defense Acquisition Program Administration, DAPA, Korea's state-run arms procurement agency, KAI is expected to begin mass production of the new warplane by the end of this year, for initial delivery to the Korean Air Force in the second half of 2026. Korea aims to become the world's third-largest defense exporter within 5 years, moving up from the number 10 player at the end of 2021. The ongoing competition between South Korea's KF-21 and the US-made F-16 underscores the Philippines' strategic pivot toward modernizing its air force in response to rising regional tensions. While both jets offer unique strengths, the Philippines faces a critical decision that could shape its military capabilities for decades. One of the KF-21's major advantages lies in its future upgrade potential. Although the aircraft currently lacks air-to-ground attack functions, KAI has committed to enhancing these capabilities by 2028. This roadmap aligns with the Philippines' long-term defense plans, particularly as the nation aims to bolster its deterrence posture in the South China Sea. In contrast, the F-16 has a long-established combat record, logistical infrastructure, and proven battlefield effectiveness. However, its older design may limit its compatibility with future warfare scenarios that increasingly emphasize stealth and electronic warfare, areas where the KF-21 is already making strides. Political factors also weigh heavily in the selection process. The Philippines' historical military ties with the United States could tilt the balance toward the F-16, especially if Manila seeks interoperability with U.S. forces and the possibility of securing the F-35 in the future. Nevertheless, the KF-21's cost efficiency and technology sharing potential make it an attractive alternative, particularly for a country with a limited defense budget. Industry experts note that KAI's long-term support package, including training, logistics, and MRO services, could tip the scales in favor of the Korean jet. This is not just about buying an aircraft. It's about building an ecosystem, said a defense analyst familiar with the negotiations. Ultimately, the Philippines' decision will reflect a careful balancing act between operational needs, budget constraints, and geopolitical considerations. A final choice is expected in the coming months, and it could signal a broader shift in Southeast Asia's defense partnerships.